Now I have great pleasure in introducing a good friend of mine, a long-time colleague in the Irish Parliament, a politician, statesman, Minister for the Arts in Ireland, an academic, a human rights activist, a writer and a poet. He is a man who has a great love and affinity with Latin America. Our President, Michael D. Higgins.
Déil cúb go léir, tó fíorcin is óthas saram cúpla focail aró. Mayor Casab, Minister Costello, Ambassador, ladies and gentlemen. Muinter na Héireann, agus muinter Brazil. Dear Irish friends and our wonderful Brazilian friends who are having breakfast with us. Sometimes making breakfast exciting is a great challenge, I'm sure, for at least some of you that I know. But may I say immediately, this invitation of Minister Costello from the 9th century, used by one of my predecessors, come dance with me in Ireland. I changed that at my inauguration, and it's very relevant to Brazil. I said, come to Ireland and think with us, because that's where I saw the real importance of our mutual understanding. But I'd like to join with Minister Costello and with Kevin Sherry of Enterprise Ireland in thanking you for joining this morning event of Enterprise Ireland's Business Breakfast. I think that, as Minister Costello has just said, we are delighted that there is such a strong presence here for this trade mission from Irish companies. And indeed, as Kevin Sherry said, 55 people are accompanying me from 40 companies and representatives of all of the third level institutions of learning in Ireland, universities and institutes of technology. And it is wonderful to be here, Mr. Mayor, in Sao Paulo. I had a wonderful meeting yesterday with the Governor of Sao Paulo. I had a very exciting meeting, long meeting, and a positive meeting with former President Lula. And later on today, I hope to have a meeting with the President of Brazil, Jimmy Rousseff. Now, I think that those Irish companies who are already engaged in doing business with Brazil are here. And there are new companies who are clearly interested in doing more. And there, as I said, I think that's very important. I do think that the two initiatives that have been announced, a visit from Brazil to Ireland that will look at opportunities, and also a visit as well from Ireland that will come back and interact with appropriate opportunities, will be very good. The universities and educational institutions are particularly important, and I'm very pleased. I will just say this, which is interesting, because people sometimes say we're a small country. Well, all I will say as somebody who speaks Irish is that after we've had the English language imposed on us to some extent as a state vernacular, we just simply took that language and recast it completely and won 4 Nobel Prizes in English for writing. Voila. And that is how we handle crises in Ireland. So that is very, very important to realise that. We have been in difficult situations before, and we've seen them as great opportunities, where you have no intention of wasting a good crisis. I'm also very pleased here to see many state agencies, ones that I know of their performance, people who work for Ireland in a very serious and important way. Enterprise Ireland, we're making arrangements now for the opportunities of internationalising our experience in education. IDA Ireland, Ireland's Inward Investment Promotion Agency. Tourism Ireland, and you've heard already about the gathering of 2013. And since I became president, I attended an exhibition of two wonderful Irish agencies, Science Foundation Ireland and On Board BIA, the Irish Food Board. I attended their exhibition, and there you saw it. science and technology combining with an old resource in Ireland, and talking about issues of safety, issues of the highest quality. And all of that technology is available to be shared. Because in our world now, it is about sharing technologies for mutual benefit, creating such an interdependency as will be rich in opportunities in employment and will enable also both products and innovation and science to develop. So I'm delighted to see many of our key Irish companies here. Indeed, I was delighted to hear this morning the very good news from the Kerry Group. Both those who have already established a strong presence in Brazil and others who are here to learn more about the exciting market and the opportunities for cooperation which exist. I most sincerely welcome our Brazilian guests. Yes, you're right, Minister, to say that I have a particular relationship with Latin America, developed over many, many years. I feel very much younger in this continent, and that's good for me too, saying that the process is irreversible. But I very much want to welcome Brazilian public representatives and members of the business community. And above all, I should say, Mr. Mayor, that we stand, I believe, on the threshold of a new era in our long and friendly relationships. I'm so glad that so many people have turned up this morning in the vibrant business city of Sao Paulo to make new friends and business contacts, and to hear how Ireland and Brazil can further develop and extend their mutually beneficial cooperation. May I say to you, Mayor Kassab, how much I appreciate how you honour us with your presence and the time you have generously made available for this morning's gathering. Thank you very much. Ireland and Brazil have much to offer. Brazil is now the world's sixth largest economy, and despite the global economic challenges, has grown and grown in recent times. Ireland, affected particularly severely by the recession, which hit large parts of the world since 2008, returned to modest growth last year. It also returned with conviction to the real economy. There was a determination at every level in Ireland. We will, in fact, play now to our strengths. That modest level of growth, since the first time since 2007, shows things are going in the right direction. But we're determined, through the pursuit of excellence in everything we do, that creativity and excellence that we are known for in arts and culture, to achieve it in everything, in education and business, and to work with others, that where we have the capacity that from the size of our economy cannot be fully absorbed, producing the largest number for that proportion of the population of graduates in the European Union. We are anxious to share that expertise and that quality of education. And that way we will provide sustainable jobs, making a significant impact on unemployment and achieving growth for our people. As I've said, the Irish people are resilient, creative and productive. And the economic shocks of the last few years may have affected us deeply, but we have not given way to gloom or negativity. But we're really also talking openly with other economies, and I, as a head of state, talk to other heads of states about seeking new ethical ways to live in a society and to create a real economy in a sustainable and equitable manner. And our focus is on cultivating a knowledge economy, a robust regulatory framework in which to conduct business and working with like-minded partners across the world. We are able to give people certainty in the relationships they have with us and trustworthiness on becoming global innovators who deliver a better quality of life for all our people. And we see Brazil with its correct emphasis on education, social inclusion, business innovation as a key partner. We have a lot to learn from the Brazilian experience of successfully doing that something extraordinary, which economists should note more, achieving economic growth while at the same time promoting social cohesion. And I'm very much looking forward to discussing these issues with President Rousseff later today. Throughout the global economic crisis, Ireland continues to exercise a strong attraction for international inward investment. And it serves as a model for export-led recovery. pitched as we are there on the edge of Europe. Yes, there is an attractive tax package. Yes, we have a very highly educated population. And then when you ask them after they have been there for a few years, they say, we like the lifestyle. Ireland is a place to locate, a place to send your children for education. We do have one of the world's most highly educated, skilled, productive workforces, with over 50% of our young people going on to third level education. As I've said, one of the highest participation rates in the world. And reflecting this, taking these things together, Ireland continues to attract investment from leading edge investors, many who have made it, many of them, more and more are making it their European headquarters, the headquarters for research and development. It has made it the home to the European headquarters now of 1,000 global companies, names such as Google, eBay, Intel, Facebook. It has 9 of the world's top 10 global pharmaceutical companies, over 50% of the world's leading financial services firms, and 10 of the very famous born on the internet companies. So Irish exports as well are enjoying unprecedented growth. And the good news I have as president, which comes to me, is that indigenous Irish companies are playing a greater and greater share in that growth. Last year, 5.1%, showing that even in the current competitive climate, we're able to offer the world the real goods and services that it wants and requires. And as Brazil continues to grow and prosper, and I wish it to grow and prosper, we are hopeful that our reciprocal trading relationship will continue to expand proportionately. Brazil is our 31st largest trading partner. Merchandise trade in 2011 of about 500 million euro. Now, a particular focus for this partnership is the area of research and innovation. Ireland is famous, including in Brazil, as I have said already, for our literature. Now, Yeats, Shaw, Beckett and Heaney, they've done their bit. And there are more coming after them who are writers and imaginative thinkers on the world stage. But sometimes we forget to mention that it's rather like winning in the football and not saying anything about the hurling. Anyway, we forget to mention the achievements of our scientists that have contributed at world level. This is what small countries do. They bring new thinking, original thinking into the world. I'm talking about Ernest Walton, who along with John Cockcroft was the first to split the atom. William Rowan Hamilton, who changed mathematics and whose mathematical breakthroughs are now used in the most advanced computer graphics. They were Irish, both were scientists, and there are many, many more. Ireland is now in the top 20 countries in scientific global rankings. We are ranked number 1 in the world for molecular genetics and genomes. We are ranked 3rd in the world for the quality of research in immunology, and 8th in the world for the quality of research in materials science. So that is good news when sometimes we hear very negative news. And Ireland, this is my final word, my invitation to you all, not only to come and think and work and share with us in Ireland. Ireland looks forward to sharing this creativity and knowledge through our fine educational institutions represented here this morning. And we look forward to welcoming many more Brazilians in Ireland as they take up places under the Brazilian government's Science Without Borders programme. And yesterday, of all the developments in recent years which seem to me an emblem of the new relationship between Ireland and Brazil, is the number of young Brazilians who are choosing to work and study in Ireland. And I'm encouraged by the level of interest among Brazilian students in, for example, studying Irish studies. I was honoured to speak yesterday at the Irish Studies programme at the University of Sao Paulo. That student interest is not just a one-way phenomenon, as greater numbers of young Irish people than ever before are also choosing to come and live and work in Brazil and avail of the exciting opportunities which your country offers them in growing innovative and socially progressive society. And I have to say too, when I think of James Joyce and all of the others. That literature and scholarship on James Joyce, a huge proportion of it comes from South American scholars and writers. And in turn, Irish scholars are interested in the wonderful literature that flows from this great and exciting continent. So with the growth of this personal connection, I believe we will see a new and deepening strengthening of our relationship. Your hosting of the Soccer World Cup in 2014, opening here, I'm already making some preparations of a quiet kind. The Olympics in 2016 will further strengthen that relationship, as my sporting mad countrymen and women will prepare to enjoy a feast of sporting excellence in your great country. The country of Pelé. Let's not mention Messi just this morning. That inspired the love of countless millions for the beautiful game. And very near my own home, I have to tell you, when Brazil are ever playing in the town of Gort, which is 40% Brazilian now, they introduced to us the concept of carnival and how to do it in Gort. Mr. Mayor, Minister, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all the very best in the work before you. Cuim gach banach agus na thorri atá tilseacha, go jokish gid gushcopi, agus an támatála teach buim gach banach agus á origiléir. I wish you all the best in the work before you, of building on and developing further the business and other contexts between Ireland and Brazil. I look forward to the increasing economic cooperation and the deepening of trade, business, educational, cultural and human links between our two countries in the years to come. Now, I'm just trying to say thank you very much, but I understand that the Mayor has wishes to make an announcement about a very significant event in Brazil and in which will indeed have my own personal support as well.
Parabéns, presidente, por sua lúcida e inteligente manifestação, o que mostra o seu conhecimento do seu país e as razões do estágio de desenvolvimento do seu país. A pedido do presidente, vou abordar aqui a questão da Expo Universal 2020. O Brasil apresentou a sua candidatura para que ela possa acontecer na cidade de São Paulo em 2020. Disputamos essa candidatura com 4 outras cidades. A Irlanda não compõe o BIRD, que define, ela não tem voto, mas ela evidentemente é um país muito importante para que possa refletir sobre o apoio da realização no Brasil da Expo Universal. Então eu quero não apenas convidar o governo da Irlanda para que possa, no momento adequado, receber uma delegação do Brasil, para que exponha o projeto da Expo Universal aqui em São Paulo 2020, que será realizado num parque de exposições que está sendo construído, e será o maior parque de exposições, feiras e convenções do mundo, numa área de 5 milhões de metros quadrados, mas também, ao conhecer o projeto, que possa ela também transmitir a todos vocês, empreendedores da Irlanda, a importância de estar aqui presente em 2020, nesse que é o grande evento de integração de conhecimento e de empreendedores do mundo. Portanto, contamos com a Irlanda, senhor presidente, aguarde a visita de uma delegação brasileira e contamos com a participação dos senhores para que possam se preparar para estar aqui no Brasil em 2020. Muito obrigado.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Thank you very much, Minister Costello. And thank you very much, President Higgins for that very inspirational and uplifting speech, and also to yourself and Sabina Higgins for honouring us with your presence here today. So I just ask you to enjoy the rest of your breakfast. One other thing I just want to finally mention in concluding this part of the breakfast is to thank my own colleagues in Enterprise Ireland and the support that we got from the Embassy in organising this event, which takes a lot of effort. So thank you very much.